For the last now coming on 20 years, we spent an awful lot of time staring at the counterterrorism problem. Post 9/11, we developed systems, processes, capabilities, tools to reduce the risk to the West, and in particular to our own country, from terrorism. I just talked about that work that we do together. It is phenomenal. It is extraordinary. The risk of terrorism in the world is lower today because of the good work we did in the United States, because of the remarkable work that happened here in the United Kingdom, and many partners who share our value set and know the risk from terror. But times move on, and while we still have to be enormously vigilant about terror, there's still challenges all across the world. The Chinese Communist Party presents the central threat of our times. It is an enormous economy to which the American economy is deeply tied. There is huge opportunity for us to do really great, creative, innovative business work between our two countries. But the Chinese Communist Party, under President Xi, has made clear that they have an agenda that is not always consistent with the very values that Dominic and I have been speaking about this morning. And so whether it's at the World Trade Organization, or whether it's in how we handle infrastructure and technology, or it's how we ensure that we have the military capabilities and how we manage diplomatically the set of relationships between our two countries, we have to collectively, the West, ensure that the next century is governed by these Western democratic principles. And that will take a concerted effort, not just by the United States, but by all of those who love freedom and cherish democracy and the rule of law, to ensure that that remains the predominant model for the world for the next century. These decisions about technology are continuous. Right? We put new systems in, every private company, you put new systems in 2, 3, 5 years later, you rip them out and put new systems in, you constantly upgrade software. Real time. And so the decision was made on Tuesday, but I'm confident as we work together to figure out how to implement that decision that we'll work to get this right. We make no mistake, we had an objective. We were trying to make the case, as we've made the case to every country in the world, that we think putting Huawei technology anywhere in your system is very, very difficult to mitigate, and therefore not worth the candle. And we're going to continue to make sure that we do the right thing for not only our American information, to make sure that others, including every nation with which we interact, understands the risk associated with that. And I'm confident that as we move forward together to make sure that the next generation of technology is right and secure and operates under a Western set of values and systems, that we'll get to the right place.
On the Harry Dunn case, look, of course, there's two basic objectives here, which is we want to see justice done for the family, and we want to make sure it can never happen again, and it doesn't ever happen again. And I had a good conversation with Mike about that. We're going to work on every aspect of that, and I want to see this get resolved. And you asked about the extradition treaty. We want to make that work on both sides. It's hugely valuable to both sides, and we're committed to it. So we don't want to see any weakening of it.